Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you all I think it's my fourth product hit panel video. So if you've never seen one of these videos before, I basically just go through and show you various products that I've hit pan on. So like the metal bottom of the product. I love watching these videos. I know so many of you guys do too, because there is something so satisfying about hitting pan in a product, because it just shows you really do use that product. And when you're like me and you have a slightly excessive makeup collection, like I don't have the biggest collection in the world by far, but I definitely have more than, you know, the average person needs. So sometimes it can feel like a lot of things are going untouched and you're not giving enough things attention. But then to do one of these videos and sit down and see how much pan you've hit in the last, I think I did one of these in like the summer, so maybe like 6 months. It's really satisfying to see, because it's like, actually I do use my stuff, and like especially eyeshadows, I have so many. It's what I have the most of, because you know, palettes and things, you end up with a lot. So it's really like, oh my god, I've actually have used them and you can see. So this is all new pan. I will link the other videos below. I know some people do show you pan again, so you can kind of see what they've used up, like what's missing from other videos, but I'm just going to do new pans. So like I said, it is pretty much all eyeshadow. I only have one cheek product, and it's Benefit California. There's not a lot left in here because I've actually had to repress it so many times. Well, it was broken. The start of it like shattered. But what I have left, like, you definitely could class that as I've hit pan on it. There ain't a lot in there, but it won't be done by the end of the year like I wanted, but oh well. It's just like an orangey, corally blush, like a good summer blush. I have just one single shadow. This is the L'Oreal Colour Infallible in Hourglass Beige. L'Oreal doesn't make these anymore. These, if you never got any of these, they're like pigments. They're compressed pigments, so they're not actually pressed. I don't think there's any alcohol in these to like actually press them. But they're like loose shadows, but they've been like really compressed into there, which is why you have this little stopper to like keep it in. So this one is Hourglass Beige, and it's just like the perfect inner corner highlight colour. Like, this thing is blinding. I love it, and I use it in my inner corner. I managed to hit pan on this actually because I frankened it with a really dark shadow, but I've used up that franken, so I count that as I've hit pan. But I do really like this colour. There's just so much product in these. 3.5 grams, and I only use it on my inner corner. Like, this thing is never going to leave my collection, but that's fine. And then all of the rest of the shadows are from palettes. The first two palettes you have seen before. I've got my Beauty Box Matte vs Metallic eyeshadow palette, and last time I filmed this I had pan in this cream, like matte cream shade, and this like cool toned grey brown shade. But since then I've hit pan on this like pinky shimmery lid shade and this matte brown crease kind of colour. I love this palette. I need to like break this out again. I was using this so much at the beginning of the year because I only had like 2 palettes with me at uni, and one of them was this, and I loved it. It's just a really nice variety of neutrals. I actually wish I'd have got this out in the autumn time, because it'd be the perfect like autumn palette. But I love this palette so much. I'm really surprised. I had this in a unexpected favourites video, and I was like, I can't believe I love this so much, because it is actually like amazing. It's just from Debenhams. Like, it was like a little own brand palette that Debenhams did the other year, and I love it. And then I've got my Makeup Revolution Iconic 3 palette. I assume they still sell this. It is like the copy of the Naked 3. I had pan on this shade last time, and now I have pan in the bronze shade. I actually hit pan in this not long after I filmed that last video, so I kind of forgot I had showed this to you. But as I mentioned in that video, I think this isn't my favourite palette. I always thought I would love these kind of rosy pinky toned shadows, and I just don't. They're just not for me. So this is quite a neglected palette in my collection, but yeah, I have a project next year that I'm thinking of doing, and I will bring that into it if I do end up doing it. Another Makeup Revolution palette is the Provocative. This is one of their Reloaded palettes. I was so excited when I bought this palette because they're all like berry tones and warm tones and beautifulness, and like the metallic shades are like pressed pigments, and I thought they'd be really nice. This palette is such a disappointment. Like, these shimmer shades just aren't, they're like awful. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I always have to like scratch them off to get them to work, and they're just, the mattes are really nice though in here, but the shimmers just, they take a lot of work. Even over a glitter base, they're not the best. But I have Pan in the shade here, which is just like a really nice transition base colour. It's, I would say, a bit too dark to be used like all over the lid, but just as like a base transition colour, this is amazing. And I have Pan in this pinky shade, which is one of like the really disappointed shades in this palette. Like, it's just like, it's not great. And I was very disappointed because I have the Neutrals 2 palette and I love it. So yeah, annoying. I have 2 shades in the Summer Glow Summertime by Technique palette. This is a pressed pigment palette. And I have Pan on the shades Aruba and Barbados, which are like shimmery glitter colours. You do have to apply these glitters over a glitter base, otherwise they don't show up. Like, you'll get a bit of colour, but they wear off so quickly. But over a base, they're really nice. And I just have like the W7 glitter glue, and it's really good. It's not called glitter glue. I can't think what it's called. Sparkle Stay or something. But this one is like a kind of cranberry toned colour, and this is like a bronze. I really like them. This palette is really nice for the summer. I'm so glad I bought this. And then finally, I have 4 shades from my Morphe 35P palette, or the Plum Pleasures palette. I got this last year for Christmas. My boyfriend's sister got this for me, and when I opened it and saw all of these purple shades, I did kind of think, oh god, I don't really wear purple, and was kind of thinking maybe I'll exchange it, because they did say if I wanted to exchange it I could. So I was thinking like, oh, I could exchange it for the like warm one. But actually I played with it and fell in love with the purple tones, and really there's not that many purple tones in here. It's a lot of neutrals that are very similar, which is what I've heard people kind of complain about with these Morphe palettes, because they're so big and there's so much like repetitiveness, like a lot of the browns. But I have Pan in 4 of the shades. The shade here, Bake, which is just like a matte cream colour that I used all over my lid. The shade Tool, which is like a shimmery champagne colour that I would use as a brow bone highlight. Pastel here, this is like a cool toned mauvey colour that was really nice in the crease. It's like a transition shade. This was one of those shades, I'm trying to have like Pan in every palette, and this was the shade I picked. I hit Pan on these 2, and I was like, I need to do it, and it was like taking so long, and it was like the dip in this was so big, and I was like, I must be so close to Pan, and then it finally happened. And then this shade here is Era, which is in my full collection project Pan. And although I have Frankened this, and I have those in another palette, the Frankens I made, and I've repressed some of it, I'm going to class this as I have hit Pan on it, because those Frankens don't have like more than maybe like a week or 2 left, and they're not this much worth of product. Like, what I have around the edge is still dipped. So yeah, I love this palette so much, and I'm very happy that, you know, it looks like this after a year. Like, there's Pan in it. I'm proud of myself. So how does this open? I am also that like person that keeps the plastic overlay with the shade names, because I like to know what they're called. So I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing my latest pans. I can't wait to do this in another few months and see what I have Pan on, because like I said, it's just so satisfying to me, because although I do love project panning and finishing things, it is also nice to just hit Pan and be like, oh, yay. And then you know you can come back to it at a later date and you're more likely to be able to finish it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos from me, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye everyone.